basic Hobby Lobby door hanger, and let's go ahead and dress it up and customize it a little bit by adding a homemade little bow. This is the door hanger that I'm using. I've had mine for several years, but the exact same one is still at Hobby Lobby. We're going to be using a variety of ribbon and some scissors. Some of this ribbon came from Dollar Tree, and one of these did come from Walmart. You can use a wider ribbon and some thinner ribbon. I'm going to be taking two ribbons and stacking them on top of each other. This one was from Dollar Tree for $1.25, and this one was from Hobby Lobby, but I did not pay full price because I never do, and it was 40% off. Now, this ribbon I did not like very well because it ended up being sheer and you could see through it. And I don't really like that effect unless I have a ribbon to put behind it. But that's okay. We're not going to be too upset about it, and we're just going to go ahead and keep going. The first thing we're going to do is stack the small ribbon on top of the thicker ribbon. This will allow us to have this look of having two ribbons on top of each other as we make our bow. I'm folding down the raw edge, and I'm just going to start carefully looping it around my hand. The width of how big I make my hand right here is going to be the loop of how big both sides of the bow is, because we're going to cinch it in the middle. One of the biggest things you have to be careful during this step is to make sure your ribbons don't get tangled up. My cute burlap ribbon kept going upside down and being the pretty side underneath, and it needed to be pretty side out. So go slow when wrapping. I kept trying to go too fast and kept getting tangled up. So you keep going until you get as many loops as what you want. I'm really happy with having these 3 loops on either side, so I'm just going to take my raw edge and find it. Find my raw edge on the inside and the outside and make sure that they match. I'm going to be taking one of these hair elastics from my daughters, and I'm just going to be putting it around the middle because sometimes you just need to use what you have on hand, and I have hair elastics. I'm going to make sure that hair elastic is in the middle, so I'm folding it in half to make sure it's right in the middle. Now I'm going to be starting to separate the loops of this bow. So by separating them each from the big one, I'm able to make sure that the little ribbon stays on top of the big ribbon as it gets fluffed out. Sometimes the little ribbon tries to separate, and that's okay. Whatever look you want to do and however full you want to get it. I'm also expanding them to the front and to the back. That way they look puffier also. Once we get that done, I'm going to take another ribbon that has a simple heart, and I'm going to be tying it around the middle to be covering up that hair ribbon. Now, you could totally use whatever ribbon you want. You can take your thicker ribbon and fold it into thirds and use that. You can use your smaller ribbon, but I had this on hand from Dollar Tree, so I decided to go ahead and use it. Just put one little heart in the front. I'm going to go ahead and just snip it off, tie a knot, and then cut off the extra, and that will be how I make this super cute customized bow for my Hobby Lobby generic door hanger. Before you knot it all the way, make sure you take a piece of floral ribbon or zip tie or bread tie, whatever you're using to be attaching it to the wire of your door hanger, and make sure you slip it in there before you fully make the knot tight. That way you have a way to attach it to your door hanger. If you forget that step, it can be really hard, and your bow can often fall apart if you try to smash it in there after you tie it really firm. I'm going to go ahead and just refluff it out to how I want it to be able to hang on the bow, because after this step, we're ready to go ahead and attach it on and be done with this project. And there we go. There's our finished bow. I went ahead and just grabbed my Valentine's Day sign. That way you could see us attaching it. I did put a little loop right there in the wire because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't hanging too low on my door hanger on my door. I go ahead and I put the bow on the side that I want it, and I just gently take that floral wire and I put it around, and I just keep twisting it around like you would a bread tie. So there we go. There is my attached bow on the door hanger, and here we even have it being arranged, once again fluffing, onto the door. Here's the finished product, and here it is on my door hanging up. Let me know what you think. Comment below in the comments below what ribbon you would use and if you liked this look. We'll see you next time, and don't forget to stay festively frugal.